Hello you beautiful people, my name is Willow and welcome to the first episode of my modded Fallout 4 playthrough. But wait, it's not the beginning of the gameplay, we're not starting the game today. I know, it's the worst, isn't it? But, you know, we need to explain things, or I want to explain things, something along those lines of things. So yeah, you don't know me because this is like my first episode of anything on YouTube, but my name is Willow. And I'm going to be starting a Fallout 4 modded playthrough on the survival difficulty. If you'd be interested in knowing more about that playthrough, what it's going to entail, what all's going on, then continue watching this video. If not, then I appreciate you listening this far, and I hope you have a wonderful day. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty of it. I guess let's start off with the basics. What's the goal of this playthrough? Well, I would call it a completionist playthrough, but that's simply not possible. There's no way in hell I'm gonna show you everything there is to do in Fallout 4 and all of its mods. So instead, we're gonna show you a whole bunch of shit you can do. And I hope that's good. You know what? I don't know why I said I hope. I don't really have any hopes about this other than having fun. And you know what? That's gonna be fun. We're gonna have fun. And I'm gonna show you Fallout 4 and a whole bunch of its mods in their entire glory. And I hope that sounds interesting. If it doesn't, then I guess this is a bad idea. But I find it interesting. Fuck what the hell? Why am I still talking? That's it. I guess the only thing left to say is that we're going to be slowly adding mods and occasionally removing mods when they become cumbersome and problem-causing, or when we have 100 and the game won't load anymore. You know, the standard stuff that comes with modding. We'll be giving some brief reviews of mods, and I'll be providing links to them so you can get them yourselves. Below this video, there's gonna be like 1,000 fucking links because we got a bunch of mods that we're starting off with. "21 mods and 1 ENB is what we're starting off with. Anybody new to modding who doesn't know what an ENB is, it makes the game look real pretty, and I like pretty games. So we're using that, since, I mean, I guess it's a mod, but I'm just gonna go ahead and speak about that one now. I'm using Photorealistic Commonwealth. It's on the Nexus. As I said earlier, everything is linked below. And, yeah, I really like it. They have, like, 1,000 options. There's something for everybody in this particular mod. And, I recommend it. So, yeah, it's an awesome mod. And that's about all I have to say about the ENB. Let's get into the next set of mods. What the fuck are they? Let's move on to the character creation mods, yeah! What can I say about the character creation mods? They are for creating characters. Ooh, bet you didn't see that one coming. But yeah, I'm not going to be talking about these individually for the sake of time. Otherwise, this video would have like a 10-minute section about talking about like fucking eyebrows and hairstyles and tattoos, and it's just stuff that does not affect the way we play the game whatsoever. It's just for making a cool looking character, which I like to do. I like cool and pretty and handsome and nice characters. That's what I like in my video games. Let's see. Oh, one little warning though. A few of the mods that are on screen right now, they're all on screen. They've been on screen probably for like 30 seconds because I'm sitting here fucking rambling. All of these mods are awesome and amazing, and thank you to the authors, but a warning, there's adult content in some of them. Do not complain to me if you see titties and that offends you. If that offends you, that offends you. I do not care. I do not want to hear about it. Have a wonderful day. Grow up hair. Oh, Jesus, I am sidetracked like a motherfucker right now. Let's see, yeah, they all have their own merit. I recommend them. My character uses pretty much every mod on screen right now, So yeah, like all the names and shit. I don't know. If I have space, I'll put the authors. If I don't have space, the authors won't be listed. But they're all linked below. Go check them out. Go enjoy yourself. One other thing, we're not going to be playing with any adult content, obviously. I mean, I don't play with adult content anyways. I got the one mod that I would consider having like super adult content is there because later on I want to review a bunch of the armor mods that require it. But yeah, that's that. That's what we're doing with the character creation mods, and let's move on to the quality of life mods, because they affect the games in large sweeping factions, not factions, fashions. Words. The next category has 8 mods. This is the quality of life category, and you may be like, well, what does quality of life even fucking mean? Well, you know, it improves the quality of our lives. That's the entire point of these mods. They take away things that are not like challenges. It doesn't make the game any easier. It just takes away things that are kind of annoying or just are like fucking broken shit like that. So we're just gonna go ahead and get onto the first one, and it's a perfect example of a quality of life mod. It is the unofficial Fallout 4 patch, which is an attempt by the author, which I believe is Arthmore. Let me see. Yes, Arthmore. I hope I'm saying that right. It's the goal of the mod is to eventually patch every bug in Fallout 4, and it's still being updated. Last update was in April of 2020. So yeah, like they're still trying to fix all the bugs, Bethesda. They're still trying to fix all your goddamn bugs. But yeah, that mod is just so amazing, and since I've started using it, it's actually sincerely lowered the amount of bugs I've encountered. It's amazing because it just works. Moving on to the next mod, though, we have Start Me Up, which is a mod that is an alternative start mod, which basically means when you start Fallout 4, if you're familiar with it, you start off, you wake up, you get out of, well, actually, I don't think you wake up, you're at the mirror, and you're like getting ready for your day, and you're gonna go give a speech, or you're the wife standing there who is next to the man in the mirror trying to like shave and get ready for a speech, which I always found that kind of weird, because I don't think husbands and wives just stand at the mirror beside each other in the morning every morning, but maybe it's not an every morning thing. I'm getting sidetracked. But basically, you still go through the mirror thing and you customize your character and all that, but when you go to leave the bathroom, it asks you 3 questions, which are, or not really 3 questions, it's like 3 declarative statements of, this is a dream, I need to wake up. The next one is, this is a memory, I don't want to relive this. And the third one is, this is a memory, I want to stay here for a while. So if you choose the I want to stay here for a while, it does not change the game whatsoever. If you choose this is a memory, I want to skip this, it takes you directly to the vault, I believe. Like inside the vault, so you don't have to go through the cutscene of the bomb falling and everything. Kaboom! And if you choose the this is a dream, I need to wake up, it gives you a bunch more questions. And if you answer all the this is a dream questions, you get to choose, it basically decides for you how much stuff you have, where you are in the world, what level you are, how much, it's your level, gear type. So like you can choose to like have Brotherhood themed gear or Institute themed gear and stuff like that. Let's see, so there's gear type, gear amount, level. It adds a few new traits to the game, they're mainly just traits from Fallout New Vegas, with little changes because the perk system instead of the skill system. And I'm trying to think, what else does it do? I'm sure it does something else. I'm gonna have a video on the screen, you're gonna be able to see, like, well, you might not, because there might be letters in the way, because I'm gonna have the mods on screen too, so you know what? We'll see it when we get in. It just changes the way the game starts, and we're gonna use that because we only get to start this playthrough once, so we only get to try an alternative start mod once. I'm taking the opportunity. Moving on to the next mod, now that we've wasted 2 minutes of our lives talking about Start Me Up. No, I'm kidding. It's a very wonderful mod. I do recommend it. The next mod is the full dialogue interface, which changes the dialogue interface from the little circle that is trying to copy Mass Effect, which was not a great idea, and doesn't give you the actual specifics of what you're saying. It changes it to the more traditional Fallout, or the traditional Fallout system, where you have 4 brackets of a list of 4 items that are what you are going to actually say. And you click on one of them, or you press 1 through 4 on your keyboard for one of them, and voila, that's what you say, that's what you do. It's a very innovative idea to go back to the past. It's very innovative to not fuck with what works. Yeah, I love this mod because I always hated the dialogue interface from the first day I played Fallout 4. After that, though, we have the survival mode console enabler. While the unofficial Fallout 4 patch does fix a lot of bugs and lowers the amount of bugs I've encountered, I still run into bugs, and I still have random things like getting clipped into terrain and not being able to move and random ass stuff like that. So the survival mode console enabler is pretty much required, in my opinion, if you want to play survival mode, mainly because it's just if every time you encounter a bug you have to go back like an hour worth of saves because you haven't slept, it just makes it impossible. So I'd rather just be able to use the no clip command and not be stuck in the ground for some reason and stuff like that. So yeah, we are going to be using that. It's not going to be used for cheating. It's simply so we can actually play the game without having to reload a save every time we encounter some kind of bug, because they're not uncommon, they're just less common with the unofficial Fallout 4 patch. Then, after the survival mode console enabler, because it's kind of self-explanatory, we're moving on to Place Everywhere, which is a mod for settlements where it allows you to place any item anywhere. It's Place Everywhere. The name tells you everything. It's very useful and very helpful and makes it possible to actually build nice settlements. So yeah, I really enjoy this mod, and I'm probably going to be using it mostly off screen in the playthrough and then just showing you all what I built, because I take forever to build settlements. So yeah, we've gone through the last 3 mods pretty quickly. Let's move on to the next 2 mods, which are kind of intertwined. We'll start off with the armor and weapons keyword community resource. This is a tongue twister. I find it to be a tongue twister. Like I had to put a very conscious effort into not messing that up. But the armor and weapons keywords community resource is a resource for modders to... I don't exactly understand how it works. If I'm being honest, I don't know what it does. I'm not a modder, but I know that a lot of mods actually end up using it. So it's kind of like a framework mod that you can use to make other mods work. And the second mod we have installed that goes hand in hand with that is Armor Smith Extended, which allows us to... It changes the way armor works in the game and changes the way armor slots work, so you can have different armor combinations that you wouldn't have been able to have in the base game. It also adds a workbench where you can craft a boatload of armors. It's just a ridiculous list of armors. There's subcategories filled with many of items you can craft using normal crafting materials. So yeah, it's just an amazing mod that changes the way armor works in the game. It's mainly just for out of power armor, because power armor is power armor. Jesus, that's a different... Okay, you know what? Moving on. It changes the way armor works. It's real nice. It's real good. I recommend. We're going on to craftable ammo. This is one I've been debating whether we're actually going to use or not, but it is a very nice mod, and if you want to play survival, or any mode for that matter, and you're really annoyed with the fact that Fallout 4 hates to give you ammo, then I recommend it, because you can get ammo, and you can make it not cheaty. You can make it to where it gives you, like, almost no ammo for your crafting materials. I think the lowest increment is 10, and it's pretty crafting materials intensive, so It's not like it makes the game necessarily easier, it just changes the way you obtain ammo from having to get caps to having to get materials. So yeah, those are all the quality of life mods. We're gonna be moving on to the armor and weapons mods, but we don't have any weapons mods. We're not adding those until a little bit later. If you have a weapons mod that you would like me to use, please put that in the comments with well, not a link, but just like tell me the name of it on Nexus or something, and I'll go look it up and see about using it. So yeah, we're gonna move on to armors and weapons, and we're gonna do stuff there. Yeah. Alright, on to armor and weapons. Let's start with Ellie's Armor Compendium, which is a mod that adds a store outside of Diamond City where you will find Ellie and Elijah, and they sell armor and clothing and just cool ass shit. And whenever you get the cool ass shit, you can put it on your character and look really cool. In total, they sell 50 cool ass outfits and 20 accessories. Actually, I think it just adds that many. I don't know if they're all exactly sold there. It also adds a armor crafting workbench, which allows you to craft more of them, so I'm sure they're not all just sold there. And I think it works really well in the Fallout world. The clothes look like they fit, they don't look out of place. I really enjoy them, and we're using them in the video at certain points. Another thing we have been using in the video that's shown up a few times is the wearable backpacks and pouches mod. This adds, I think it's 5, maybe 4 backpacks and pouches that you can craft at a backpack crafting bench, which is added by this yes, that's how English works. Added by this mod, and it adds those backpacks, and they look really cool. I do not know if they affect carry weight. Probably should have looked into that. Either way, even if they don't, it's just really immersive to actually have a backpack. Like, I know there's a lot of mods that add backpacks, and this was just the one that caught my eye, so I went ahead and threw it on. After that, we have Lowered Weapons, which is a mod that in first person, you may have noticed, the weapon kind of lowers, like you're not holding it out aiming in front of you all the time, it lowers. It's just kind of a little immersion thing, and I really enjoy it. So yeah, we're using that. The last 3 mods on our list go hand in hand with each other. They all affect the Pip-Boy. The first of which is the Combat Pip-Boy, which makes the Pip-Boy look all beat up and damaged and used, kind of like, you know, a post-apocalyptic Pip-Boy probably should look like. Let's see, after the Combat Pip-Boy, we have the Pip-Boy flashlight, which I've been using a lot in the video. I know that for a fact. I was using it pretty much all the time because most of the video's in the dark. And it adds a directional flashlight to the Pip-Boy, which is super helpful. I like it way more than the little like torch like radial light that you normally get with the Pip-Boy. And the last Pip-Boy mod we have is the satellite world map for the Pip-Boy. It basically changes the Pip-Boy map to be a colorized kind of satellite map. It is super cool and looks amazing compared to the monochrome normal map, and I really enjoy using it over the monochrome default Fallout map. With that out of the way, we are done with the armors and weapons section, and we are done with our 21 mods. Well, that just about wraps up this video. I know it wasn't the most exciting video in the world, but it is a start, and I appreciate each and every one of you all who has made it this far to the video, or I guess skip to the end just to see what I have to say at the end. I mean, cool on you if you did. If you have any constructive or destructive criticism, throw it in the comments. I'd love to read both. And I genuinely hope that all of you all are doing well, and I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you. The more exciting content, the me playing the game and commentating over it as I need to, It's coming. It's coming as soon as I can make it. I am waiting on just 1 or 2 more things from my recording setup, but once they are here, I will go ahead and immediately start working on the videos, and I hope that all of you all have a wonderful day. I'm horrible at ending videos, so I'm just gonna say what comes into my mind and gonna leave it at that. So, you know, you really should do all those things people tell you to do, but you don't necessarily do it super strictly, like, you know, brush your teeth, drive safe, don't shake babies, all of those great things that you should do. Fuck.